Okay, so today we are going to talk about the GoCast 152 Google TV 4K Ultra High Definition Streaming Dongle from Thomson. Now, I've bought this as an upgrade from my Thomson GoCast 150, and there's two reasons why I've bought it as an upgrade from that. One is because the storage has been upgraded. The 150 only came with 8 gigabytes of storage, which for some isn't enough. Now this has been upgraded to a humongous 32 gigabytes of storage, and also the system on chip has been upgraded too, from an Amlogic 905Y4 to an Amlogic 905Y5, which has a performance boost of 21% on the previous chip. Don't forget to like this video, share it and subscribe to my channel. Doing these three things help us make more great videos for you. So what we're going to have a look at, let's just have a look at the box first of all. So as you can see, here's the remote control and the device and the services that it supports. On the side here, it tells us what's included in the box. So you've got the streaming dongle, the GoCast 152, Google TV remote control, multi-plug 2-pin or 3-pin, so UK or Europe. It's got a Type-C power adapter and 2 AAA batteries included. The device supports HDMI, 4K ultra high definition, Dolby Atmos, Bluetooth, wireless, and also Google Cast, and there's another little pretty picture of it. On the back, here you go, it shows you how it actually connects into the TV, and this is one of the things I like about this. This is an advantage over my Thomson 270, because the Thomson 270 is a bulky thing. It can't sit behind the TV, it's too heavy to sit behind the TV, so it really has to sit out on display, whereas this, a bit like a Firestick, can hang, and a Chromecast, an old Chromecast as well, it can hang out the back of your TV and be hidden away. On this side here, it just shows you the services it supports, and then you've got a bit of information on there. And on the top, not really much there, but obviously, as you can see, it does come with a 3-year warranty. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the box and let's have a look and see what's inside. So, okay, so this is what we've got inside. We've got the actual cast itself, which, like I say, that just hangs out the back of the TV. On the back of it, it just tells you a bit about the power and the model number. So it's 5 volts, 1 amp, 5 watt, and the address. And it's also got the serial number on it too. You've got a little reset switch just on there. Don't know if you can see that. That's there. And we've got the power, which is a USB-C connection, and the lead is supplied. And as it said on there, it comes with a 2-pin or a 3-pin adapter. This is great for if, say, I'm from the UK, I usually use a 3-pin adapter, but if I want to take this away, this is quite a compact little device to take away. I can fit that in my pocket, and then I can, instead of having to take a travel adapter, all I need to do is just put in the 2-pin plug, and there we go. I can use that whilst in Europe, or I can take it off, and then when I get home, I can pop in the 3-pin plug. There we go, 3-pin plug locked in. So what else do you get here? You get a thank you for choosing Thomson card with some QR codes to follow them on social media. You've got your guarantee card to give you your 3 years warranty, conditions of the guarantee there. And you've got a little installation instruction manual, which basically gives you some pictures on how you can set up the dongle in the back of your TV. I think for most of us, this is pretty straightforward. You've got licenses there, and let's just have a look, see what else you've got here. Oh yeah, there we go. The usual safety information there, if you're sad enough to read that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug this in to my TV, get it set up, and we're going to have a proper look at the box. Okay, so it's all set up. That took a couple of minutes with my phone. So let's just go across first of all before I do anything, and we're just going to see how much storage we've got from out of the box. So let's just go into system and then down to storage. And there we go. As you can see there, it says internal storage shared storage 25 gigabytes, but let's just have a look and see what's available to us. There you go, 23 gigabytes. Now obviously that's less than the 32 gigabytes they advertise, because some of the space is taken up by the actual formatting, some's taken up by the system itself, so that's good. I think I got about 21 gigabytes when I installed other devices like the Thomson 240 and 270 had 32 gigabytes. So yeah, that's a good amount of storage. So next burning question, if we have a look and just see what version of Android TV we are running out of the box, and that is Android version 14. So at the time of recording this video in February 2026, that is the latest version on these Android TV devices. And let's just see what apps it comes preloaded with. So it's preloaded with Channel 5, Channel 4, Disney+, ITVX, Netflix, Prime Video, Tubi and YouTube. Now, I'm just going to see if we can use these particular apps. I'm in the UK, so obviously if you're in Europe or in another country, then these apps will be different. I mean, just looking at this, these aren't pre-installed, but they've got sort of placeholders on the device out the box. Okay, so Channel 5, I've managed to sign in, but let's just have a look, see if I can play something. Now, I'm going to have to blur this out. Now, bear in mind there is adverts at the start of this, so I'm just going to skip through the adverts. Okay, so although you can't see it, it is actually playing the program. So Channel 5 works. So let's go back and try Channel 4 then. So let's just open that. Okay, so that's signed in, but let's just have a look and see whether I can play anything. Again, we're going to have some adverts, unfortunately, and I'm going to have to blur this out because I just don't have the rights to show you this. Okay, so the moment of truth, the program's just about to play. And yes, it is actually playing. So yeah, Channel 4 works. And let's just try ITVX. Yep, signing in. So let's just try playing. Again, I'm going to have to blur this out because I haven't got the rights to show you. And again, there's going to be adverts going at first. And yes, the program is playing. So yeah, that's a tick for ITVX. Now, what about the BBC iPlayer? I can't see that there. Let's just see if we can find it in the App Store. So I'm going to search for it. BBC iPlayer. And no, it doesn't come up as a suggested app. But don't worry, like all the others, we can go to my App Store and we can download that. So let's just search for Downloader and then install Downloader. Open it, get rid of this message, then go up to my Downloader store, which is 21203. Go to the tick, go down to Go, middle button, accept the cookie notice if you want, consent, and then scroll down until you get to BBC iPlayer. Close any adverts that might come up, and then it should download. If you get this, then go into settings, turn on Downloader, and then go across to install and let it install. Then go to done, delete this, delete that, go across to home, middle button, back button twice, press the home button on your remote, and then just keep going back until you get back to the main menu. And there is BBC iPlayer. Sign in, continue, OK this. Let's try playing something. Confirm that you've got a license to watch. A trailer comes up, but lucky enough you can skip those trailers. And yes, it's now playing. Again, I can't show you that because I don't have the rights. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's all right. If I'm not in the UK, that means I can install this device and watch all these great programs. No, you do have to be in the UK. And if you're watching live TV on any of these apps, you do need to have a TV license. And also, if you're watching anything on the BBC iPlayer, again, you do need to have a TV license. At the time of recording this video, unfortunately, I can't find an app to load on this for BBC Sounds, but obviously that may well change in the future. So I'm just going to have a look at the specs on the GoCast 152. So it's got a quad-core Cortex A35 processor, an ARM Mali G31 MP2 850 megahertz graphical processing unit, 2 gigabytes of SD RAM. A lot of people will think that's a bit low, but to be quite honest with you, the performance of this device is absolutely fine with 2 gigabytes, no slower than anything else I've seen. Display resolution up to 4K ultra high definition, that's 3840 by 2160, and it also does play AV1 files as well, and HEVC, so hardware support for that. That's something the NVIDIA Shield doesn't have, certainly for AV1 files. Video resolution supported, so up to 4K at 60 frames per second, 1080p, 1080i, 720p, 576p, 576i, 480p and 480i. The video decoding is HDR10, audio coding, Dolby Atmos and Dolby Digital Plus. Built-in Wi-Fi is 802.11 BGNA-AC 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz 2T2R. The Bluetooth is version 5. The dimensions are 61.5 millimeters by 190 millimeters by 13 millimeters thick, and you've got a weight of 146 grams. So, as I say, I love this device simply because it's got loads of storage. It's very, very snappy on use. It's responsive, so responsive. Even though this has just come out of the box, it is very, very responsive. It's also very lightweight, which means it can hang quite easily out the back of the TV, so you don't have to have any ugly boxes on show. You've got on here the facility to program this little button here to open up your favourite app. You can also pair this with your TV to control the volume, the mute and the power. You've got the microphone there so you can give it voice commands. And as I say, the thing is very lightweight and compact. If you're going away somewhere on holiday, you can fit this in your pocket. Whereas, you know, these other devices like the Thomson 270, should I say, are very sort of big, cumbersome devices. Let's just have a look. There's my Thomson 270 here. Very, very big, very thick. You're not going to be able to pop that in your pocket unless you've got extra large pockets. And this is very weighty. So with like the Thomson 270 or the ONN 4K or the NVIDIA Shield, you've got to take your own HDMI cable. There you go, you've got to take that. Not with this. HDMI cable, very, very short HDMI cable is built into the device. And like I say, this uses USB-C. So if you've got, say, for instance, a phone charger, you're taking your iPhone or iPad phone charger and it's an up-to-date device, then you don't need to take this lead at all. You can use your phone charger with that particular USB-C cable, just as long as this delivers 5 volts and 1 amp, which most phone and iPad chargers or Android phone and tablet chargers do these days. But you can obviously check that on the actual gubbins on the actual plug itself. As I say, I'm well impressed with this, certainly with the storage space and the performance and the price as well at the moment. At the time of recording this video on Amazon, and there is a link to this in the description down below, I think it's about £69, which is good compared to something like, I don't know, the Amazon Firestick 4K Max 2nd generation, which is about that price. Obviously, Amazon are coming down hard on blocking third-party apps or certain third-party apps, but also the Firestick 4K Max 2nd generation only has 16 gigabytes of storage. This has got double that, and I think there's about 12 usable on the Firestick 4K Max, so you've got 23 gigabytes here usable on here, so nearly double the amount of apps and storage that you can put on here. So let us know your thoughts, your questions about this device in the comments down below.